Good day, students. In this lab demo, we are going to see the experiment of writing a PHP script for login authentication. So, we are going to design a HTML form which takes the username and password from the user, validate it against the stored username and password in the file. So, this is our experiment. So, the experimental setup required for this particular experiment is we need an XAMPP server. So I have installed a XAMPP server to show you as a demo. And once while you're after installing XAMPP server, you just start the Apache server and the MySQL. And for this particular experiment, we need to create few files. So we will be creating all those files, and also we need to create some database also, and database with the username and password as a table. So those things will be created. So the file required is an HTML file. So in the HTML file, we'll be having that form of getting username and password from the user or client. And if you require any style for that page also, you can make it as a style sheet with using CSS. And for connecting your HTML with the database, a connection PHP file is been written, a PHP coding is been written. And next, to authenticate so the username and password will be given by the user or the client, and we need to check with the database. So for the checking and validating, here you're going to use the authentication.php program. So there will be 4 program you have to code it here. So first we will see the HTML file, how it has been written. So this is the HTML file. So it is a simple HTML file, but we need to need to add the required PHP file at the correct place. So for this I used a simple style. So I just included an external CSS file over here, and so inside the body of that particular HTML, I created a form. So inside the form, it will be having like a username and password label with a text field. So so while the user is given the username and the password, it will be getting using the ID user PAS variable. And in the action button, I have been called the authentication.php. So we will see what is this authentication on PHP. But while submitting, so before submitting and authenticating with that PHP file or server side program, we need to first validate. In the client side, validation has to be done to check whether the user have given correct input or not. So I have done a client side validation also. So what I have done the validation is that that is, if the user haven't given any username and password, an error has to be shown. So if the length of that particular username and password is null, means an alert message will be showing that username and password fields are empty. And if only the username field is empty, means it will show the alert of username is empty. If only the password field is empty, means it will be showing like password field is empty. A simple client side validation is also been written in our HTML code. That will be better, because once if this validation is not there, what happen if it directly goes to my server side authentication.php coding, there if it finds that the value is not there, again from the server side to client side, a query has to be passed. To avoid this kind of complex routine, we need to validate the form in the client side also. So before going for authenticating, first we need to create the table with list of username and password. So for creating the table, first we need to create a database. In the PHP, and I will show you this demo in a short term. So first we need to create a database, then we need to create a table. So here the table is login, which has only 2 columns, username and password. So that also I have specified username and password, both of var character with a length of 10 I have just given. Then you can also enter the username and password values also inside this particular table. So that's thing we has to be done before you're running your coding. So in my so once you all created in your server, something like this will be I will be seeing it in a short term. So in the coding, as I said, there will be two coding, one for connectivity and another one for authentication. Actually, authentication.php will work once you submit the form in the client side. So in the this is the authentication.php, but before running this authentication.php, I just include another PHP file called connection.php. That is a very important file where I am connecting my database to that particular coding. So the name what I used for this demo is db1. Maybe I will use another name also, db2, because I need to show you another database, no? So we will change it as db2 also. So host, username, these are all like default values only I am using. And here for connecting that particular database, this is the code. Connection is equal to mysqli connect host user password and the name of the database. If something wrong with anything, an error will be posted over there. So this is the syntax used to connect your database. So once your database is being connected, we need to validate with the table. So here we just used like a 4 variable like username, password, username and password. So first one, this strip classes username. So the username and password is actually what we got from the HTML file. So the values what we got from the HTML file will be saved in this particular variable username and password. And this username is and password has to be sent as a query to the table. So using this particular connection, so CON connection attribute, I am just passing the value of the username and password to the as a query to the database. So the query is going to be select star from login. This is my table inside my database db1. So select star from login where the username is this username and the password is there. So it will be searching. So this query has to be passed to the database. So this is how we are passing. Result is equal to mysql underscore query connection comma. So with that connection, with this query, it has been passed, and the result what we are getting has to be got into a variable. So using this particular row attribute, we are getting the result. Okay, so now I'm going to display only whether it has been done login successfully or not. So I just whatever the result I'm getting back, I make it as a count variable. So count is equal to, so how many results what we got. So if the MySQL number is the result, so if you have one count, that is for that username, if you retrieve, you got one input out, one matching output, it says that login is successful. So if you are not returning any value, that is there is no such user, means it won't return any value, the count will be 0, then it will be saying that login failed because invalid username and password. And also if you have with the same username and password, so many, it is not unique, and if there are so many table with that name also, it will say that login and is been failed because the count will be more than like 2. So that's how I have coded it. So let me show you the demo. Okay, so before starting this demo, first we will run my server. So XAMPP control panel. So before running your code, you open your XAMPP control panel, start your Apache and start your MySQL, so that my server is on, my local server is on. To ensure that, let me open it in any browser. Let me use my Internet Explorer browser, and let me close all these thing. Oh, sorry. So here simply let me type localhost. Sorry. So you can see that my front page has been visible. So now I need to create a table. For that, go to PHP MyAdmin. So this is my dashboard kind of thing. So here only we need to create a new database. So already you can see that I have created like two database, DB1 and DB2. So now I create another database. Let it be like a new. Click new and let me name it as DB3 now for this demo, DB3, and click create. So your new database has been created. So inside this database now I have to create the table. Let me name the table as login, LOGIN. Let me name the table as login, and it's going to be have only two column, one for username and one for password. So make it as 2 and go. Okay, now you need to specify the name of that particular the column. So the particular column name would be username and password. So because I don't want to change it in the coding and all, so it's going to be username and password. So let us use the same here. Sorry. So user name, which is going to be varchar of length 10. If you want 10, you can make it as 10, or 15 means you can make it as 15, no issue. The other one is password, so PASS. So other one is password, the name of the word is password. Make it as varchar so that it will accept both the number and integer. And let me make strict to 6, something like that. And so then save it. So a table has been created. You can see that in DB3 a new table login is been created. So in this table we have this kind of entry, username and password. Now to insert data, so let me insert two username and password to it. So you can use this particular GUI. Go to insert and you can insert here itself. Sorry, you can insert the value here itself. So let me make it as admin1 with the password of 123. Go. So one value is being added. It's showing in a query format. Let me insert another variable also, admin2 with the password of same 123, and go for go. So another variable is also added. So now another variable has been also added into my thing. So here also you can run the code also. Here there is a run button. Wait. Okay, fine. I hope that both the rows are been instructed. So one row is been inserted. So let us check. Go to the coding now. Okay. Sorry, I have done something. Okay. So now we have created like a table, and we have created this column like a new and password. Okay. So now let me go to the coding page. So here in the C drive, most probably if you are using the default setting in the C drive, XAMPP, click it over here. So I have created my program in htdoc. Inside that I have like a demo again. In 3 I have all this coding. So my login HTML page, my authentication PHP, connection PHP, and my style. Let me show all the coding. So this is my login page PHP. This is my style which I used. Then connection PHP, which we need to change because we need change the database. Then authentication.php. Okay, fine. So let's see HTML page, the same HTML page only which I explained in the PPT. And style is simply for form I have given some solid gray pixel, and for button some styling has been used. Without this also you can run it. So in the connection or PHP, now we have created a database as 3. So DB3, let it be DB3 and save it. And now here the authentication.php is, so it will get, and anyway the table name what we are using is login only, so that is no fine. And here the username and password is my name of the column. Let us check it again also. So here you can see, sorry, here you can see username and password is the same as that, so I think no error may come. So let me save it. So now this is going to be your client side program, okay, and this particular php will be our server side program. So let me run the client side login page, examp. So let me go to that particular folder 3. So here all my, as I said, these are all my page. Now, so if I click my login.html, so it will be opening in any of your default browser. Now if you give your username or and the password like 123 and give a login, surely it will be posting an error. Why? Because this is going to be your server side program. Simply you can't just like that run your HTML file. Okay, actually you have to run your HTML file from the server side. So as of now we haven't make it as a web services and hosted in a server. So what we have to do is that we have to go to the local host. So let me use the Internet Explorer because some error may post in Edge. So here go to your local host, and you know very well my coding is in the folder 3. So inside 3 login.html. So you need to type localhost 3/login.html. So you should not just like that run your HTML by double clicking on it. You need to run your HTML file through the server, so only you can able to fetch the server program. Now you type admin1 and your password 123 and give login. See, it login successfully. So let me go back and refresh. So now let me give some other login 4 which is not in our database. I'm giving a password of 123 and I'm login. It says that login failed because invalid username and password, because we haven't given the username and password, no, for admin 4 and all, only admin 1 and 2 we have done it. Okay, let us check whether the client side validation has been done. So I am not given any password. Let me give login. It says that password field is empty. So for posting this error, this particular HTML file is not sent back to the server and came with a message. It was validated in the client side itself. Okay. Whereas here after this we are giving some login message. No, this particular error is actually coming from your server side coding. Okay. So this is the demo of how to display the username and validate your username and password using PHP script. I think you have understand this concept. Thank you.